Hey guys, subscribe for daily knife content. And if you're shopping for knives and gear, make sure you check out the description of the video you're watching right now for links to some great online retailers. There's also individual links for knives that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unpackaging to share with you guys. We'll find out what's in there in just a sec. Thanks to my generous patrons for supporting me. There's a link for Patreon down in the description, and please follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. All right, there's a card on the front to protect the sender's private information because there's actually info on both sides. I think we have a note. 1 second here. Oh, yeah, that's return information. Great. And the knife is, oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is the large Doman so here's the thing. I reviewed the small Doman. This is the Kizer Doman. I reviewed the small one a long time ago, and I actually really liked it. I never reviewed the large one. Now, the old large one was in a different steel, but this new one, and I think at the time that I reviewed the smaller one, the old large Doman was in VG10. This one's in N690, like the smaller one I reviewed, but this is in a way cooler setup. We've got shadowboxed micarta and then a dark sort of acid washed blade. And yeah, I'm digging this right off the bat. This is absolutely available right now, and it is not expensive. This is fantastic. I really like the Doman, and I still kind of think it's underrated. I honestly still feel that way. And the studs are external stops. That's cool. I always like that, right? Steel liner lock, nice action. I think we're also... No way to see in there. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's phosphor bronze. Now, this is not a review as per usual. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. Even though I have handled the smaller Doman, I've never actually handled this one. So the review will be slightly different. But it does feel good right off the bat. How are we doing on centering? Pretty good. Lockout, also good. Okay, very cool. Something about the lines, I mean, I have this weird thing with straight lines. Obviously, the reverse flick on this guy, very, very easy. Straight lines do it for me. I really like that. You know, other things that do it for me, minimal hardware, nice looking backspacer with a lanyard loop that is not technically being prioritized over the clip, right? Because it's a separate piece that sticks past the frame. So this is still going to carry, I think, you know, totally reasonable in terms of depth, right? I don't like knives that carry shallow, but this is going to do pretty good. The reason that now there have been, you know, newer versions of the Doman. The reason I kind of stayed away from it is because it was just, it's another, you know, liner lock. And this is still just another liner lock that's inexpensive, right? I like N690 steel, especially in this price range. I like the profile of the Doman, but specifically this is a good looking setup. I mean, this really looks like maybe it's been in the ground for a while. Like somebody stuck it in a tree and left it there for like a year and then you found it. I kind of like that pre-worn look. I'm not always big into acid washed blades, but the micarta and the combination of the acid washed blade give it this kind of, I don't know, cool vintage look. Like this isn't an expensive knife. You can take it out and beat on it and it's basically just going to continue to look like a used knife, right? So I don't know. I think that's cool. I really like the Doman, and it's a little bit of a blocky shape, but the corners and everything are not knocked down enough to where it's not uncomfortable. In fact, I feel pretty good, right? Pretty straight, no lock-in, no specific lock-in on the handle, but you can definitely get a full grip on this guy. Now, obviously, if you're restricted by laws, you might want to go with the smaller Doman, right? But for those of you, you know, this is probably about a 3.5-inch blade. We'll go ahead and measure it. Large Doman. Little more than 8 inches. Maybe it's right at 8 inches, and the blade length is exactly 3.5 inches. Cutting edge, same thing, right? Good ratios, probably not super heavy. In fact, I'll go ahead and weigh it for you guys. Weight on the large Doman, yeah, reasonable. 3.53 ounces, exactly 1 ounce an inch for those of you who really care about ratios and stuff like that, which is fine. That's reasonable. This is pretty cool. I like this a lot, and I think it slipped under the radar for a lot of people. So I will link this guy right down in the description so you guys can check it out if you want to, along with Kizer knives in general, so you can see what else they've got going on right now. That's going to be pretty much it. And thank you to Manuel for sending this in for review. I appreciate that. It's because of people like Manuel that I'm able to bring you guys daily content. If you enjoyed this video, by the way, follow me on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.